Good morning from our little apartment. We're just off to collect our bus for the Fraser Island tour. Dora the Explorer over there with her bag.
Apart from I've lost my hat. I'm really upset.
Are you still going on about that? It was a week ago. Well, you haven't found one yet. Here we are. Off we go.
Fisher Bay Resort to go across the island. Before leaving the bitumen, make sure your vehicle is in four-wheel drive. Now once again folks, there should be nobody going onto the vehicle deck while cars are driving off the ferry. It can be dangerous.
Officially on Fraser Island. I'm very excited. One of the bucket list ticked off this one.
Gentlemen, to our one-day tour of Fraser Island. We'll get the ugly stuff out the way first. In the unlikely event of an emergency today, we have 3 emergency exit points. So we have 2 windows here and here with the red hammers. Someone needs to take the hammer, break the glass, we can get out a window. Right? We don't normally see them, but I need to let you know they're here. So wherever you're walking today, we do have venomous snakes here, alright? Okay, other than that, the dingoes, you see a dingo, a couple of do's and don'ts, don't run. Well, you can run, if you can do 30 kilometres an hour for 5 kilometres, run. If you can't, don't run, alright? Make yourself big, pick up a stick, throw it at the animal, move back to your nearest group of people or building for your own safety, alright? Simple stuff with our fluffy puppy dogs.
Off we go. Mother's scared already.
Just start.
What are you scared? Because there's a hill.
Know what we're in for the rest of the day, ladies and gentlemen? Hang on, seatbelts on. Let's go. Pretty lucky, we've had a little bit of rain the last couple of days and it's settled these tracks down a lot. They were pretty horrific before the rain that we've had, so we're pretty lucky. The tracks aren't too bad.
See, it's better than
I won't say they're good, but they're not too bad.
Woo!
Our 100 lakes, the lakes are divided into 3 very distinctly different lakes. We have Window Lakes, Barrage Lakes and Perch Dune Lakes.
First stop, Lake Mackenzie. I think Mum needs a drink after that bouncy ride. 500 years later. Welcome to Lake Mackenzie. Say something then.
Oh, hello, welcome to Lake Mackenzie. This is a lake where it's supposed to revitalise you, shine up your jewellery and, what is it?
Exfoliate your skin.
Powers, exfoliate your skin.
Right, I'm gonna put my phone away and
So,
has got my jewellery.
the traditional owners would run their hands along it to get that sweet nectar and lick it for the sweetness. So that innocent looking grass tree, as we call it, once again, was a food source and a weapon to our traditional owners. There are many examples of that as we head around. We're just entering the rainforest as we speak.
The area here, as I said, was home to over 200 people from the early 1900s through the late 60s. A school operated here in the 1950s. 41 children attended the school on Fraser. So who can say they went to school in a rainforest? That's a pretty cool claim to fame, I reckon. Not many people can say that. This area here, as I said, was home to the loggers' wives, their children. Pretty well anything to do with Fraser Island. This central station, as it's called, in the mid-1900s. Now I mentioned the carry pine, used for ship's mast. One of them behind us there. Tall and straight, being a softwood, being flexible. You can almost bolt that straight on a boat and away you go. Have a look at that for straightness. That's our carry. Behind you here is hoop pine. See the hoops going up the tree, e.g. hoop pine, pretty simple stuff, yeah? So they're the first two softwood varieties they harvested. Behind you, one of the original workers' cottages. Of course, made out of white beech timber. White beech is good for making cabinets, furniture, so forth. However, when they moved out of this site, they pulled a lot of them down and took them back to the mainland as timber, and it was turned into furniture. There's a lot of furniture made from the cottages around here. 184,000 hectares, larger than some small European countries, ladies and gentlemen. Only you guys would have 3 million people in that area. We have 190 residents on this island. So only 190 Australians call this island home. There's probably a few more don't want to be found for whatever reason, but 190 legitimate people. Today, of course, we started our morning at Kingfisher Bay. We've made our way down here to Lake Mackenzie. From the lake, we've come down the back road here to Central Station, where we currently are. From here, we go through to the beach next. After lunch, of course, we're going this far up the beach to the pinnacle coloured sands. So really, we're not really getting an opportunity to show you a great deal of this massive island. From here to Indian Head is approximately 60 kilometres in length. We're going to travel about 30 kilometres along the beach later on this afternoon. So we'll go all the way up to the Mahino shipwreck. The pinnacle coloured sands, we'll turn around, we'll come back here to Eli Creek so you guys can have a bit of a swim before we make our way all the way back here through the forest back to Kingfisher Bay for our 5 o'clock sunset cruise back to us. That sounds romantic, doesn't it? Sunset cruise. Get over it, you're on a vehicle ferry. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, massive island, 37 sand blows along the inside of the island. Lake systems, over 100 lake systems, it is huge, all right? Driving wise, the whole outside we can drive, we can't drive the inside, all right? Pretty simple. If you drive that inside beach, parts of it are mangrove and swamp. You drive that, you're the good Lord himself, I can assure you. So let's make our way down to the creek now. Before we go, as I said, this is our nutrient-rich section, our rainforest, all right? And testimony to that are these gum trees over here, planted in 1952 as an experiment by the forestry department to see if they would grow. I got the answer. They grow. Killing it.
Don't you love your job?
Yeah, why wouldn't I? It's been working for a living.
Brilliant.
I'm with happy people most of the time. They're all
Does there do much filming or anything like
over here.
Oh, so Summer Falls Gold film was filmed on the other side of the island. When the Aboriginals lived here, only the ladies were allowed down there in the Water Creek because that was their birthing area, and the men had to stay up here. Got to a resort for lunch, and we were told that the guy that eventually sold this in 2004 sold it for 45 million. No, 54 or 45. He bought it for £2,000.
£2,000
Blue cards, ladies and
in
gentlemen.
Thank you.
1963.
And sold it for
43 million.
That's mad. Oh, they do cocktails.
Alright, well here you go. 75 Mile Beach Highway, ladies and gentlemen. This is an official highway in Australia. Road rules are a little different to back on the mainland, but there are rules, but this is a road, so here we go, we're on a highway. Now I've got a quiz. If you head up this beach in a straight line and don't alter course, what is the first land mass you'll arrive at? If you head that way in a straight line right here, right now, where are you going to end up? What's the first land? Anyone? Did you say Chile? Because they'd be right. You go up this beach in a straight line, the first land you'll arrive at is Chile, ladies and gentlemen. You can Google that tonight. That's a true story. There was witches' huts on the beach back there, those red cones. Well, they are one of the half a dozen runways along the beach here that those light aircraft use, so always a novel idea.
So the tour guide was just telling us there's 3 reasons why you should never swim on this main stretch of the beach. 1 is because the tides are so rough. 2 is because of the jellyfish and other animals that can sting you in the sea. And 3 is because just past where you can see the tides breaking out there, it's tiger shark infested waters. So yeah, I reckon we'll stay away from that in terms of a swimming spot today.
The Japanese people take the blast propellers off to sell the blast to fund their voyage. Of course, they started towing the boat with another ship called the Uno. They got off the coastline here in July 8, 1935. The unseasonal tropical cyclone developed. The boat broke its tow chain and drifted ashore upright. No one was hurt, no one was injured. The non-Japanese sailors simply hooked up and walked down the beach. It was the first anyone knew that that boat was on this beach here in Queensland. The boat's been on the beach for over 83 years now. Some would say it's spent more of its life underwater than a boat, but they'd be right. It certainly has. So we're going to pull up now, make your way over, have a look, take some photos. As soon as you finish, come back to the bus. We'll head up to the Pinnacle Coloured Sand.
Here we have the shipwreck that he was just speaking about. 83 years, I believe, that it's been here. Wow. Second Pinnacles trip of my Australian adventure. This is pretty much as far as we can get. Second Pinnacles wasn't as good as the Pinnacles in Western Australia. You know, still more impressive than seeing at home. Someone made a mini pinnacle. As you can see there, last stop off of the day is Eli Creek. Pardon? Walk along the creek.
They'll probably fall on me.
At least it's a story. Ooh. Having a lovely, relaxing walk through the creek. And Mum's just moaning because she just doesn't know why we're doing it. Because it's all part of the experience.
Hey Harry, how are you, mate? Looking fine, buddy?
Trying to. All right.
how are we?
Good.
Excellent. So like I said, my name's Harry. We've also got Dan coming down here in about a minute's time. We are the two guys today that are flying on this beautiful beach. So for you guys, your tour is essentially over. You're driving all the way back down to the beach, off to Kingfisher Bay, back to Harvey Bay. So instead of driving down to Eurong Resort, what you can do instead, jump on one of these planes, do a scenic flight. We will land you right in front of the resort. You'll jump back on the bus, you'll drive over to the other side. So we just want to work in and add an extra on top. Now to start with, one of only two places in the world that take off and land on a beach. We're the only one that offer a scenic flight, so it is very, very unique. A couple of cones are behind the bus, there's a couple more further north. That's our runway all the way down low here on the beach. We're going to take off, climb you to 2,000 feet over that big, beautiful water. Now today we have seen sharks, a couple of eagle rays and a few manta rays as well. Now we can't guarantee that we're going to find the marine life, but we are going to try and spend time, take off and landing about 5 or so minutes over the water, nice and low, doing orbits as well. We'll come over the coastline. We're going to show you what's tucked in behind these trees. Now on this flight you're going to see these sand blows that come up and down the coastline. We will fly along the biggest one as well, so the knife blade sand blow. We'll then do about an 80 to 90 kilometre track around the rainforest. Now we come across that rainforest to show you 6 to 7 different lakes, most of which are hidden. One in particular is labelled freshwater lake on a map, guys, but with us, as you look down, just looks like a giant butterfly. So very, very unique. We'll come over the water. Now this flight, guys, is our biggest one of the day. So we go all the way down the beach. Normal flight time's about 15 minutes. This one goes on 20, even closer to 25 minutes.
I'm gonna cry for a God.
Less than an hour and a bus. I'm already done the bus route.
Bus anyway.
Yeah, at least you've not got to go back on all them bumpy roads
Yeah,
now.
that's what it is. You've already done the bus.
Yeah.
That one I did.
How you feeling, Mum?
I don't want to. I don't know who took me into this. I'm only on it because I didn't want it
Alright,
to
now
go
guys, if
wrong.
you've got headsets, you're going to put those on after you put your seatbelts on. For whatever reason you can't hear me, always look down below. I'll put all the lakes on both sides of the aircraft. Now these controls obviously is my move. Anywhere that's not on the blue line, so where they're on the blue map.
Love you, Mum. Love you, Dad.
You alright, Mum?
No, you stop filming.
2000.
that?
Brilliant! Can't believe I did it.
That was
Absolutely
so good.
brilliant. Completely out of my comfort zone.
That was awesome.
Couple of our beautiful dogs here. One and two. Gentlemen, I need 7 strong men to come with me.
Come on, boys, up you get.
Come on, boys. Get out of here.
Oh, God's bottomed out.
You gotta get out and film this, don't you?
Hey. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same guy. They're trying to get down again.
He's panicking away because he knows he's gonna miss the pharaoh.
He ain't gonna be happy now.
Way out of the boat and getting to the max.
Mate. Alright guys, guess what?
So we will better stay outside? Or?
Yeah, you're probably better just walking behind me, mate.
Oh, this is an entertaining end to our Fraser Island trip. Right there, Mum? Bless them all.
Look at that message right here.
Come on, Wayne!
Come on, big girl. Wow. Uh-oh, we're sliding into it. We good? Yeah. Alright, hang on everyone, they're on their own. It's gonna be a long night before us to wait.
But what a lovely day we've had. Fraser Island has been an absolute pleasure.
I can't wait for an alcoholic drink.
I got that. And one I forgot to mention from earlier, when we was at Lake Mackenzie, the first stop off, Mum walked backwards, tripped over a log and fell on her ass, which is hilarious, but I didn't get my camera in time.
Danielle, you're not got to